Hi guys. Today, if we're lucky, we will have our very first Batman Wolverine team up. I guess it all depends on how far we go today. Oh, an exhibit. Never say no to a free exhibit. So essentially, we're going to continue our missions, and hopefully, it'll lead us to our very first Batman Wolverine team up. We'll see. We'll see how far we go. We'll switch to DPS. At this early on with these missions, it's a little pointless to play as a troll.
I can't be there to welcome you in person, but you'll see. I left you a little gift.
You need to clear the area.
As you saw, we have our Berserker Rage. It's not really Berserker Rage, but it does the trick.
Recently, the SCU started applying experimental exobyte technology to police science. Joker's taking it as a personal challenge. Be on your guard. He'll be on his worst behavior tonight.
Maybe I should have the theme song of the 90s X-Men cartoon playing in the background. I won't even try to hum the tune. I'll have pity on your ears.
Lucius Fox Node. Our latest power armor utilizes cutting-edge targeting systems.
So essentially in here we're going to fight a bunch of clowns, and we're trying to free some of the police officers who are trapped.
Don't be surprised if they turn tail when the going gets tough.
I'm gonna start using the target locking mechanism because there's going to be a lot of targets, and I'll probably end up switching to the wrong target if I don't do that. Essentially, if you don't remember, in order to target a specific character, you have to hold the L1 button, so it will lock you on the target. And then with the D-pad, you can switch target as you wish. Yeah, as you see, I'm switching target from one to the other. So you can see I can switch target pretty much what I want. Often it's not that necessary, but when there is a lot of target like there will be today, it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt. Like you can see, and somehow the targeting system seems to want to, by default, to target the target that's the furthest away from you. So sometimes you want to attack the guy that's right next to you, and somehow you end up attacking the one at the very end of the room by mistake. So again, using the targeting system, it helps. Like you can see, it targeted the gift at the other end by default. So it helps a bit to make sure you don't target the wrong thing. Ultimately, for mini missions, it's not that big a deal. You'll still do fine even if you end up targeting the wrong target. But it can be a bit annoying when you're trying to attack a specific target and somehow never happens. So yeah, I'm targeting the gift now, so let's change that. I thought I was hearing something, probably just my mistake.
You're gonna die laughing.
Oh, did you expect that to open the door? Now, where did I leave that door release? I'm sure the solution will present itself.
Ah, that sneaky Joker. He got us again.
Tell me if you've heard this one before.
The mission is pretty straightforward. Essentially, as you go through it, it will show you what the next step of the mission is. Like, essentially, when we tried to open the door at the other end, it showed us that the actual trigger for the door was here.
Thanks for saving me. A wrapped gift is not as fun for me.
Calculation completed.
Where's our backup? Surprise!
As I mentioned before, these wags, down they're tough. They're tough little buggers. See, there's a whole bunch of us, and the little bugger doesn't want to go down. But finally it did. No, there doesn't seem to be anything here. But just to be sure. Okay, let's continue.
You're gonna die laughing. Thanks for saving me. You need to clear the area. They're after the exobyte down in the mainframe. Joker's goons are all over the place. Surprise!
Let's take that. Okay.
Lucius Fox, note, our highest grade armor is extremely energy efficient, despite its capabilities.
Oh yeah, another feat.
Calculation completed.
You need to clear the area. Step back, please. Gotham SCU. That's smart! Going for backup.
Don't be afraid to backtrack sometimes when you need to. It's very easy to miss out on something in the heat of the battle. So once all the enemies are cleared, if you backtrack, sometimes you'll see things you didn't notice were there.
Surprise! Where's our backup?
Nothing here, I guess. So let's continue.
Surprise! This area is a wrapped gift is not as fun from the inside. Thanks for saving me.
Oh dear! Someone has freed Clayface.
I should give myself arrested more often.
I got the power!
The SCU uses special containment units to keep the bigger criminals in line. Find one and end this mud fight.
Scanning.
Essentially, I'm waiting for my distract to be off his cooldown, and I'll use it to activate the console. That's pretty much the main reason to get it, although it does serve other purposes.
Calculation completed.
And we have a couple of exclamation points we can gather.
Lucius Fox note. The latest power armor is constructed around...
This is Commissioner Gordon to all forces. The Joker's not going to take the
Oh, and
formation
a
of the
low
special crime
chest.
unit with a smile. But if he gets you with his toxin, you'll be laughing all the way to the grave.
When you
I
get
want
them
all
little
attendees at the
chests,
Regal Hotel fully
be
armed,
happy
and
because
forces
they're
on standby
not
allotted
always
for Harley
there.
Quinn, the Joker's clowns,
And
or
you
any of
need
the
you
craziness.
need quite a bunch of
Gordon
them
out.
to be able to complete all the feats. And we did get a pair of pants. They're not as good as the pair we have, but it was a style we didn't have yet. So now we have the style. Oh, level 12. Yeah, it's a tiny improvement, I guess. Scene Street. As you can see, we're starting to get the collections we already have. It essentially says we already collected this one. So that's usually that's usually what happens with the more common collections. You get them pretty quick, and you'll get a lot more of them as time goes by. You would have thought that Clayface would have been the last boss, but no, there's more.
Beat back those clowns before the data is destroyed.
We saved the data and we saved the day. So let's break a few things to make sure we're not leaving anything important behind. I guess not. So we can complete the mission.
Finished? Good.
level up.
was just a ruse. Joker's
So let's
real target is
see,
the
we'll get
DCUO
one
launch
more
celebration at the
weapon.
Regal Hotel. I'll meet you there.
One more skill point, I mean. Essentially, we could keep on putting some in our
Here's the
weapon.
plan. We'll divide
But at this
forces and meet
point,
in the main
that's
ballroom,
pretty much where I
the
kind of
Joker is
start
holding
to put
SCUO's top
some
brass
in
hostage.
our
The
acrobatics
hotel is
instead.
swarming with Joker clowns and loaded
So
with
let's
Joker
use
toxin.
the forward
Get
flip
through as
attack.
quickly as you can.
Yeah, essentially, we started with the rocket-assisted glide, which is what allows us to move faster in the open world. We could have a grappling line attack, but it's pretty much the same thing as the taser pull we already have, so we won't use that. Here we have one where we throw knives, although it looks more like darts the way it's portrayed. But essentially, the next one I'll take is the forward flip attack. Often I don't really use those abilities. Usually you much prefer to use the abilities that have to do with your power than those you get from the movement section. But sometimes it can be nice to have maybe one. So essentially I will replace, I think I'll replace the sticky bomb with the flip forward. At least for now. So essentially, that's what it does. So hopefully I will remember not to switch to my controller role, because essentially all the changes I made will be reversed if I switch armories. But you never know. But maybe at some point also I'll say, darn it, I'll switch to controller anyways and switch back
Run for your life!
and reassign all my points. We'll see. So right now we have to go to the East End Regal Hotel. So let's go there. Oh, before I forget, we did get a new weapon. So let's equip that. Got a new ring. I'll wait in the hotel to play with that. In the open world, it's a little tricky if you start doing things like rearranging stuff in your inventory. Oh, we got an explorer. I didn't touch the explorer part yet. I'll probably explain it at some later point. But essentially, the more you go through Gotham and Metropolis, and the more you will explore, quote unquote, those places, and the more you will get feats. Like there's feats for essentially exploring the whole of Gotham and the whole of Metropolis. There's various places where when you go there, it'll give you a feat. But I'll explain more about that in a later video, I guess. One that I'll make probably especially for that occasion. So let's go in here. Usually if you want to do stuff like looking in your inventory or crafting, because essentially I'm going to want to use the
Remember, the people inside are
crafting
SCU officers.
portable workstation that
Three
I
of them,
have.
and the better ones will help you take on Joker's clown.
And if I do that in the middle of the street, odds are I'm going to be jumped by some other player. So I'll try not to do that. So here I can... Is there anything else I could put there? Okay, I'll put this and I'll put this. So essentially I got a belt, a brand new belt, where I can put two items in it. Essentially you have your trinket slot where you can put one trinket, but at some point they came up with these belts, which are utility belts, that you put those belts in the trinket, and instead of being able to equip one trinket, like in the case of this belt, you can equip two trinkets. It goes up to 4 trinkets, although it's not always 4 trinkets. Sometimes you can, in certain slots, you can equip trinkets. Sometimes you can only equip consumables like potions, or colas, I should say. Or sometimes you will get what is known as a wild card. The wild card, you can put either a cola or a trinket. Essentially, you can put whatever you want in the wild card. So as you can see, I only have 2 slots in this belt, and even if I had more, you need to pay to unlock the other slots in your belt, which I hate personally, but most people don't seem to mind, I guess. So essentially, the reason why I came in here was I wanted to use my crafting station. So let's do just that. So why do I need this? Oh no, I don't need it. Oh yeah, the ring. Essentially, we got a better ring than what we have. So I will replace, let's go with this one. So I will replace one of my rings. And I will replace the mod. I will get the exhibit back from the ring and make a new mod for the new ring. So let's get rid of that. Come on. Yeah, sadly there's a bit of lag in the menu today. So let's put this in this ring. Oh, it's a yellow socket. Okay. Even better. So as you go along, as you upgrade your gear, you have to get back your mods and your exhibits, and you have to add new mods and exhibits to your newest gear. Essentially, you replace, you recuperate your mods from your old gear and put it in your new gear. So you're gonna do that a lot. Uh, that's why ideally for characters who are not level 30 yet, it's not really all that worth it because you're going to change gear a lot. So you're going to craft and uncraft exhibits a lot. But there is a feat also for the amount of crafting you do. So I guess the sooner you start, and the sooner you'll start getting those feats.
Get me out of here. I'm not even on duty.
So I guess the sooner you start
I doubt he's wasted much of it on these presents.
to put mods in your gear and to recuperate those mods, recover those mods, the sooner you'll get some of the feats associated with that. But it takes a while. Essentially, we have these bombs that are going to explode. I believe there's a feat if we can defuse all the bombs. But I wouldn't be surprised if we mess up at some point and miss one of the bombs. If you do, it's not a big deal. You can come back. Essentially, you can come back anytime you want. So if you forget an exhibit or if you miss out on the feed, don't worry about that. You're going to have plenty of opportunities to get that feed and to come back and complete the feed. So if you miss an investigation or a feat or anything else within a mission, you can always come back.
To the battle against crime. Nothing can be allowed to threaten this fight. Not even the Joker.
There might be a few exceptions that I'm not thinking of, where you only go there once, but it's a very few exceptions. There are missions that are mentor specific, so those missions you don't have access to unless you get a friend who has that mentor to come with you. But that's something I'll explain a bit later on. Like, see, we can use our new jump ability
This is my best.
to try to move forward faster. It's not the most useful ability, and odds are most people don't use that. But let's use it with our Wolverine. As I mentioned in the previous videos, that's one of the reasons why I love making iconic characters. Because with some of them, I'll give them loadouts that I would never normally give to our character. It's so easy to fall in the trap of min-maxing our characters, of trying to get the very, very best powers and not to use the less useful powers. But essentially, when you make an iconic character and you try to more or less respect what that character's abilities are, it will allow you sometimes to use, as I said, powers or abilities that you would never use normally. Like that jump ability, I would never use that with a character normally, but let's use it for this time.
Why do I put up with this? I'm not even on duty.
Lucius Fox note, our power armor employs one of the world's most advanced heads-up displays.
Again, no reason not to break a barrel.
One office party I attended.
If you want to reach the breaking a 1,000 barrel feat, well, you have to break those barrels.
This is going to be such a crack-up. But who will crack first? My hostages or you? Hello, Batman. How nice of you to finally drop in. Let's get the show on the road, shall we?
There's always a few barrels lying around. Don't hesitate to go and pick one if you can. So here we are, kids. The first ever Batman Wolverine team up, fighting the evil Joker. I thought you'd never thought you'd see that.
Struggling Batman. The device is on a dead man's switch. If I get a sudden case of the problems, it's 5-5 Batso. Oh, whoopsie daisy, oops. I dropped it.
Essentially, yes, you do have to defeat the Joker, but what you really have to do also is when he drops the switch to activate the bomb, then you have to click that switch. Well, let's summon our friend, the Tombot. I haven't used it much yet.
This party's running out of gas. Let's liven it up a bit.
Joker's releasing toxin into the room.
Oh, forget that,
I'll
sir.
try to dismantle the canisters. You need to get the detonator.
So yeah, Batman told us to get the detonator from Joker. So essentially, you attack the Joker until he drops the detonator, and then you have to punch it like that.
Always someone that wants to spoil everyone else's.
You have to do that like a couple of times. Here, the best option is to get rid of the henchmen, because so long as the henchmen are still around, you won't be able to defeat the Joker. So make sure to take down those evil henchmen.
The star of the show, please give a big round of applause for our guest of honor, Commissioner James Gordon. Give him a warm welcome, boys.
I'm going after the Joker. Make sure Gordon gets out of here safely.
And that was the first ever
Lucius Fox
Batman
and
Wolverine
Turtle
team
Memo.
up.
Congratulations, team, on successfully integrating
Thanks.
the improved weapon
You know,
systems.
whether Batman admits it or not, he's lucky to have someone like you watching his back. I've got to get back to the station and see about cleaning up this mess.
I'm going to skippy skip. So essentially we're going to get a few feats. I'm not sure if we'll get the one for the bombs. I think not. So I probably missed out on one of the bombs in the heat of the battle. That's okay, we can come back
No
later.
touching. Everything's booby-trapped and rigged to blow. Just kidding. Or am I? Try it and find out.
This is Lucius Fox for the Special Crimes Exobyte Research Team. As you know, Wayne Tech is Gotham's foremost
Again,
technology arm.
breaking barrels
Our readings
is always a
indicate
good thing.
These exobyte canisters contain concentrated information.
If you're not certain
from
if you
Gotham
still need to
criminals.
break barrels or not, you can
Handle
always
these
keep track of your
canisters with
feats.
caution.
I think this one
Any
is in
escaping
the...
exobytes
Is
will
it solo?
immediately seek to download their information into the
Or
nearest
is it
target.
general? Okay, essentially you can see all the feats you have. And right now we're up to, we have to break 100 orange restoration barrels. These are the healing barrels. So we're up to 54 of 100. And then after this one, there's another one that's going to add, that's going to replace it. That's going to be like, probably be like 200, then 500, then 1,000. I think it goes up to 1,000, and 1,000 is probably the last one. So, and you have the same thing with exploding barrels. I don't think exploding barrels goes up to 1,000. I think it goes up to less than that. But at some point we did do a fight where we reached 25 hits on the hit counter. Now there's the next one is 50 hits. I think it goes up to 250 hits, the highest one, if I'm not mistaken. I once tried to take it up to 350 and it didn't give anything, so I assume like 200, 250 is like the last one. And if you see those little like ribbons or banner, I'm not sure how to call that, it just means that those feats are linked to a title. Like this one grants the title of Metropolis. So if I had this title, I could be Wolverine X of Metropolis. Uh, I won't do that. I don't mind those titles. I just don't really care about them. And there's already enough crap on the screen and under people's names that we don't need one more thing. So we're going to go complete our fee,
Good.
our
I
mission, I
figured
mean.
you'd get yourself out safely.
And we
The
got a
Jokers
few
escaped,
a
but
few
it's only a matter of time
rewards.
before we
So let's
track
go
down
see
this
what we got.
toxin source.
Precision and Might
When we
Alpha.
do,
Let's
the
collect
Joker's
that.
game is over.
You can never go
Good.
wrong collecting a plant.
I'll be in touch soon. Batman out.
Here you can notice we got two chest pieces.
Oracle here.
So
In
this
case you haven't
one
heard, Brother Blood
this one
is
is level
inches away
15
from
and
raising
it's
the
not as good as the
interdimensional
one we
demon
have.
Trigon right here
But
in
it's
Metropolis.
as you can see
Talk
under
to Cyborg
the
for more
style, it's
first-hand
not
information,
collected.
and
We
I'll be
don't
back
have
in
it
touch.
in stock. So let's collect it. And the next one is a chest guard that's level 18. It's a bit better than what we have, so let's collect it. And the neck. The neck piece is a little bit better than what we have. And what else? That seems to be it for now. We'll probably go back to our base before long anyway. So whatever re-imprinting we'll need to do. Oh, let's just go to Metropolis. I wonder why. Okay, so the next mission will be to go talk to Cyborg. So I guess it's time to go back to our base for some repair, some re-imprinting, and a few other things. So let's start by re-imprinting this one. Yes. And then we'll do the same with the troll. So let's equip our belt. Let's equip our tombat and our trinket. And you can see like all the things that are not imprinted are here. So just to be sure, let's look at if there's not anything else. Now let's boogie. So now we're going to be able to, oh, we forgot a ring, it seems. Oh, let's get our mail. Another necklace. Hopefully it won't be as good as the one we have, otherwise we're going to have to re-imprint everything. It's similar. So let's not bother with that. Oh, we got a weapon we could sell at the broker. Yeah, I guess we're going to try to sell it at a broker. Worst come to worst, we won't be able to. We won't get much, but we'll get more than. Pretty sure we can get more than $111 from the broker. At least $500. If not, well, we'll have tried. Some Symptom Blaster gloves. Last time we sold it for $500. So I guess we can try that too. A rifle for, again, if we sell it now, we'll get $105 for it. The broker, we may be able to get a bit more. Let's go and see. Okay. Also, we have a few mods that we can put in our generator now. Hello. So I think we'll do just that. So we have a blue mod. that gives it gives us 4 extra power. It's not much, but it's better than nothing, I guess. And here we have 2 mods, one for Metropolis and one for the Urgent Warfront, which is essentially all the DLCs. So we'll put the Metropolis one here. We'll put the Urgent Warfront. Actually, we'll put the Urgent Warfront here. Why did I put it here? Essentially, we're going to need it much further down the line. So by then, we'll probably activate all our cells, and but until then, we don't need it. Essentially, the first place we're going to need it to teleport to is the central city. So until we have access to Central City, the urgent Warfront mod is useless. So you can see now we've added Metropolis to our teleporter destinations. Before we only had the Watchtower, and now we have Metropolis. So essentially we can go everywhere there's a spawn point in Metropolis. So, and imagine if we had the mod for Metropolis and Gotham City at the same time. Holy crap, we'd have twice this many points. And it can get a little, not a little, a lot confusing for new players when there's way too many destinations. Even already with all those destinations, I'm sure some of you guys have no idea what some of those are, like Glen Morgan Square. Who knows where that is? You will know after a while, but for a new player, that most of those destinations mean nothing. Should we buy one of those? Let's buy the backup. Essentially, I purchased. I'll explain a bit how the mainframe works. In the mainframe, you can buy either a sidekick. Essentially, it's a sidekick that you can summon that will help you out in battle, or you can call backups. Essentially, as the name says, it's a bunch of extra characters that will appear to help you, to back you up in the fight. We can buy an orbital strike. Essentially, it's a huge laser that comes from the sky that will hit the ground, as if you had like a satellite with that could shoot a laser. And you have the supply drops, which essentially drops balls, orbs that will give you power or health back. And you have the tactical mods, which are some extra mods you can put in your gear. But at this point, we can't put mods in our gear, so we won't bother with that yet. So then, once you bought the sidekick or the henchman, you can come to the dive hideout, and you can look through the various uplinks. Essentially, the uplinks depend on what base you have. So if you have the ancient lair as a base, you'll have the ancient. I think it's like some sort of a statue that you can summon. So you have all these. I will try to use one of those. I'm just not sure which one. Let's go with the cave one. So essentially, what you do is that you take the uplink in order to be able to summon your backups, and you can place it in your belt. Here we have the Tombot, which I don't really use, so I'll just keep it here for now. So let's show you what the backups do. So you can summon a couple of robots. In this case, it's Batman robots. That will help you out. in a battle. Depending on how many slots you bought in the mainframe, it will give you different backups. Like essentially for backup one, we get two robots that will help us. With backup two, we get three. Oh, we get two robots again, but they should be a bit stronger. And if we take the third slot, then we'll have three backups who can also fly, and again it will be stronger. So right now we don't have enough marks to be able to unlock those, but at some point we will. Like you can see, we need 25 marks to unlock the backup two, and for the boost we need an extra 7 marks. So we need a bit more than what we have, sadly. So essentially, anything you activate in the mainframe, you're going to find then in here. Like once I activate the mods will be in here. Once I activate the orbital strike, this is the place where you will find the orbital strike. You can see there's the dive hideout here. Let's take that. Essentially, it's a different hideout it's the hideout that everyone gets by default. And I think if you're a free-to-play player, you have no choice but to use that one. I could be mistaken, but I think that's how it is. So let's essentially we have to re-imprint also our damage armory. So let's do just that. For the backup, I thought I could use ninjas, but I just realized that the ninjas that I have are on PC. So better luck next time, I guess. Or I guess I could go and buy the lair that goes with the ninjas. Like essentially, you can see you have the various layers. So depending on the layer you have, you can have different backups. So in this case, if we had the penthouse, our backups would be private bodyguards. If we had the sewer layer, our backup would be hazmat officers. If In order to have the ninjas, as I thought, or the assassins as they call them, I needed the eastern layer. I have the eastern layer on PC. I just don't have it on PS3, PS4. So I guess when the next time we have a 50% off sale, I'll probably come by and buy it. Maybe. We'll see. So our next mission. Oh, did we repair? I don't think we did, but we're here, so I might as well check. Aha. Ideally, you sell your whatever you have to sell first, and then you repair. That way, you don't waste money repairing gear that you're going to sell in 3 seconds. So the first step is to sell and then to repair. It's easy sometimes to forget to do one of those steps, but don't worry, it happens. So our next mission will be to go talk to Cyborg. If you look in the menu, we can see that Cyborg is in the Metropolis Police Station in Midtown. So let's go to Midtown. And now we can go straight there thanks to our teleporter, as opposed to having to go to the watchtower and then in the watchtower finding the teleporter for Midtown and then from there teleporting to Midtown. Now we can go straight to Midtown. So let's do just that. they simplified a bit of the process with the teleporter. It's not as complicated to fast travel as it used to be, but it still could be improved a bit. So let's talk to our friend Cyborg.
Trigon's sin demons? Brother Blood raised them, and now they're all over Metropolis, corrupting people and feeding Trigon's energy. We don't put a stop to this, Trigon will rise, and nobody wants that, trust me.
You will need all your courage for this fight. Cyborg and the other Titans have already faced Trigon once. Now Trigon's power rises with each citizen corrupted.
And if you look on the minimap, there's another quest over here. It's probably the booster quest. Yeah, that's it, the booster gold mission.
To Exploration Adventures
Let's take
Booster
that.
Gold. I'm Booster Gold. This adventure will take you to Centennial Park, a peaceful oasis hidden amidst the bustling glass and steel cityscape.
So let's go do our mission we got from Cyborg. So let's use our rocket-assisted glide. Oh, where's Dr. Fate? Dr. Fate is a bounty for the villains. Let's go show him to you properly. Unless he's... I saw there was a villain nearby. So here you have a pretty cool Dr. Fate, if you ask me. There's a little something a little funky with his cape here, but it still looks pretty cool. At some point, you can have there's a reward that's essentially his gloves. You'll get his gloves from I don't remember who you get it from actually. The gold in his costume is pretty cool. You can also get a helmet that kind of looks like Dr. Fate, but it's different enough that you can tell it's not really Dr. Fate. The gloves are spot on. You can get his exact gloves at some point. My Magneto character is using those gloves. I don't know of his styles.
This is Wonder Woman. All who hear me, fight. Brother Blood seeks to enslave you with the weakness in our souls. Stand fast.
So you see, we already have a couple of missions, and we still have one more downstairs at street level that's waiting for us. Like you see the exclamation point on the minimap. So let's go and collect that mission.
We could really use your help. Those demons tore into this armored car. They didn't just take it, they ate it. We gotta make them cough it up.
See, as we tried to accept the mission, the evil demon attacked us, so we couldn't take the mission yet. Now we can.
My, you could have left us alone, hero. Thanks for stopping me before it was too late. I swore to protect and serve.
So now powers like intimidation or even the trinket that I have will be a bit more useful, because as you can see, the enemies are hurting me a bit more. So essentially the enemies get progressively a bit tougher to fight, but you can do it.
Go rob your own truck, dirtbag. I swore to protect and serve, not loot and pillage.
Don't settle for less!
So we have to gather these bags of cash and fight whatever demons that comes out of them. And also there's these civilians, greedy civilians. And now we get the bag of cash and we fight the demon.
Let's kill it. I've never stolen a penny. Go rob your run! Run! I deserve it. Let's teach this punk a lesson, partner. Thanks for stopping. I don't lose my badge.
Don't be noble. Take what you want.
This is mine. I deserve it.
One thing I didn't mention, essentially the skill I took in the acrobatic tree, it gives 40% extra damage to all my attacks. So there's the backflip attack that used to be pretty cool to use until they made it a supercharge. Whatever. I'll probably try to get the launching roll, and it's probably an ability that I'll use a bit more. I'll have to wait and see. And of course, there's Perfect Poise, which is also another supercharged power. But in the movement mode, the thing you want best is the knockback resistant, the stun resistant, essentially all the resist and the stun resist. And you can see the evil demon couldn't see me. Let's beat the crap out of him. Oh, his friend came to help him.
Should've left us alone, hero. Thanks for stopping me before it was too late.
You're a fool! Take the money!
This is mine. Go rob your own truck, dirtbag.
One of the sad thing of the movement skills, or I guess you could say the movement powers, is that they don't work with what is known as the awesome mechanic. I know it's not supposed to be awesome mechanic, it's advanced mechanics. Essentially you have these advanced mechanics with powers where you get power back when you use certain abilities. And sadly, none of the movement abilities seems to be working with those. So here, let's go and take. Oh, let's go take the napalm grenade. That's what I wanted to take. So which power will I replace? Let's go to our loadout. I guess we'll replace our forward flip attack with the grenade. Why, says you? Two reasons. The grenade actually gives us 50% extra damage to our attack, in addition to doing damage on its own, and a few other perks like some power interactions. and also it works with battle awareness. So essentially, if I use battle awareness and then I use the grenade, I will get some power back. If I use battle awareness and the forward flip attack, I won't get anything back. So I could run the risk of running out of power.
Mine! Go rob your own truck, dirtbag! Thanks for stopping me before I swore to protect and serve, not loot and pillage! Punk a lesson, partner. Thanks for stopping me before it was too late. I swore to protect and serve, not loot and pillage!
So as you see, I'm gaining some power back because I've started with the battle display, and then I'm using powers. Essentially, all the powers I'll use while the battle display's on will give me power back. Not a big deal because I'm kind of full already, but at some point it will matter.
You'll have to pry it from my cold dead fingers.
I'm a multi-millionaire. I don't need petty cash.
Hope I left us alone, hero. I swore to protect and serve, not loot and pillage.
Take the money!
Although eventually there will be a mod that will allow us to do 60% extra damage no matter what power we use. So at some point we may decide to use some of our movement attacks again. Sorry about that.
Thanks for stopping me before it was too late. My badge for this.
Are you crazy? That's a lot of money! You cannot stop
You've got to stop him!
Okay, there it is.
You have to pry it from my cold dead fingers. Let's teach this punk a lesson, partner. Should have left us alone, hero.
What happened here?
As you can see, some of those demons are a bit tougher than the opponents we faced before.
Mine!
Just two more.
I've seen mages infuriated when the raft did not go to their will.
Let's kill it.
Go rob your own truck, dirtbag!
A red gem is rather fitting. The sin of lust has spilled much blood over the ages.
You will need all your courage for this fight. Cyborg and the other Titans have already faced Trigon once. Now Trigon's power rises with each citizen corrupted by his sin demons. We must save these people and weaken Trigon's power.
Let's teach this punk a lesson, partner. You'll have to pry it from my cold dead fingers. Mine!
I'm a multi-millionaire. I don't need petty cash.
Let's teach this punk a lesson, partner.
We got a friend who helped us.
Thanks for stopping me before it was too late.
Okay, so we seem to be done here.
I'm triangulating the source of all these demons. Trigon's daughter Raven is Pride, so you won't be seeing that sin. Unless Trigon possesses her again.
With each devoured
So the
soul,
next step
these
of the
gluttony
mission
demons
is over
feed Trigon
here.
the power he needs to pass through.
And again, there's
Eliminate
usually
these
an
demons
exclamation
and revert any
point with
corrupted citizens back to
an extra
themselves.
mission lying around. So let's go
Those
take
glutton
that.
crazy citizens are attacking every hot dog cart they see. We gotta keep them
But
from
the
eating
evil demon
themselves to
doesn't
death.
want us to.
Blow up those carts. Those
Let's
glutton
try that
crazy
again.
citizens are attacking every hot dog cart they see.
Oh yeah.
We gotta keep them from eating themselves to death.
So as you saw, the grenade it set the demon on fire. So the grenade does a few things. That's pretty neat. It essentially throws the demon down on the ground. It puts him, it sets him aflame, doing a bit of damage. And also it works with our battle display. So I try not to min-max my characters, but also I try not to be crazy and use useless abilities for no reason.
Calculation completed.
And if you need a roleplay justification for that, Wolverine was in the Weapon X program. He was a soldier. He did use various weapons, grenades, and all that stuff at some point. Like in the 90s, he had all them pouches. All the characters had all those pouches with their uniform. And if you look at some of the Weapon X costumes that Wolverine, or uniforms that Wolverine had, sadly he was part of the Let's Put Lots of Pouches club during that time. Oh, our friend died here. Let's try to bring him back.
I'm not afraid of you. Trying to hit the gym. A lot. Back off. Man, I'll never eat hot dogs again.
I guess it didn't work, or maybe he's away from keyboard. Also known as AFK. Sometimes people will send you blind group invite, like they will invite you to group even though you don't know them, just because you're in the same area. There was a time when I used to say yes to those. Sadly, way too often. As you would do a quest, let's say you needed to kill 20 demons. Well, the guy would invite me, I would say yes, and then we would start killing demons. And then at some point, he would kill all the 20 demons he needed, and let's say I would still need 5 demons for me, and he would not stick around. He would essentially leave the group once he had his 20 demons, and I would I would still I would continue doing the missions to get the 5 demon I was missing. So way too often I've seen people who, once they got the objective they needed it, they would just leave you hanging. So at some point I decided no more of that. I don't mind helping people. I'll do that often without being asked. But I don't want people to ask for my help and then not to, or ask me to do a mission and not do the part I need for the mission. So at some point I pretty much stopped helping out. Not helping out, but joining blind group invitations.
You've got to stop them.
Again, our friend died. I don't know if you've noticed just before, he essentially pulled way too many demons. Like you saw all those demons that were running down the street. He was attracting them to him by essentially blasting with his full auto with his pistols. So as he was blasting, well, every demon that would be hit by his pistols would attack him. That's one of the things you have to be careful in this universe online. A lot of the enemies are not that difficult to beat, but if you attract 20 of them, holy crap, then yeah, you're in trouble. Like these demons, they're not that tough if you take them one at a time. But if you have half a dozen of them fighting you, then you could be in trouble.
Man, I'll never eat hot dogs again.
If you think those were bad, just wait until Trigon rises. I've triangulated their source at Ellsworth Hospital. Updating your map.
So we're going to change location for the next step of the mission. So we got some new shoulder pads. Let's go see what they look like. Oh, they're pretty good actually. Oh, we got some new gloves too. Oh, they're pretty good too. Oh, and even some new weapons. Let's do that. Kids, don't do that at home. While I'm doing this, I run the chance of another player jumping on me and beating the crap out of me. So it's not something you really want to do in the open world. But you never know. Yellow and what's the other one? Yellow and red. Oh, I have no more interface alpha, so I guess I'll have to wait. In the past, there was enough players that doing what I just did was a pretty sure way to ask for trouble. You were pretty much guaranteed that someone would jump you and beat the crap out of you while you were distracted doing something else. During that time, you literally had to grow eyes in the back of your head. And it was awesome. You had to learn. You had to to be vigilant,
Greetings.
and
The Sentinels of Magic seek to discover
the notion that anyone could rush you at any time, it was quite a thrill. It was almost an adrenaline rush. It's still there a bit, but not as much as it used to. There's not enough players nowadays to do that. Like as you saw, we fought other players just a couple of times because there really isn't that many players to fight right now.
I wanted to help people, not hurt them. Oh, you want some of this? Let's go!
You will regret the wrath of a hero! Delicious!
I'm not afraid of you. Run for your lives!
You see there's a demon, the Avatar of Sin. It's one of the bounties for the heroes. But sadly, he's most probably way too tough for me. So I'll attack him later, much later. Oh, Bam, our friend Bam still wants to group.
Thanks. I showed up to help, and these civilians just started
I
attacking.
won't group with him, but I will try to make sure he doesn't get beaten up too much.
Unthinkable. I hate violence.
I'm on it. Glad you came along when you did. I'm on it. Hands up and weapons down.
No hard feelings, right?
Thanks for slapping some sense into me.
The wrath of a hero! Delicious!
What is wrong with everyone?
What happened?
How dare you!
Thanks. I showed up to help, and these civilians just started attacking me.
You will regret that!
Calculation completed.
The wrath of a hero! Delicious!
We still need a bunch of those wrath demons.
You will regret that!
Calculation completed.
And there's our friend Bam.
The wrath of a hero! Delicious! You will regret that!
The demons spawn pretty quickly in this area, but they still can take a bit. They still can take a while to spawn, and you need 20 of them. So
Glad you came along when you did.
even if they spawn fairly quickly, it can still take a while to get all 20 you need. Right now we're pretty much right next to a villain safe house. I'm surprised we didn't have anyone try to jump us. Usually this is a mission where it isn't rare that villains will jump you, because their safe house is right next. Oh, here's, speaking of the devil, here's one. Essentially the safe house is right next to where we're fighting, so it's not rare that as the villains go to their safe house, they'll see, oh, a couple of heroes. And usually heroes around here will be level 15, 20 max. So if you're a level, not just a level 30 hero, but a CR like 130, and you see these level 20s, well, there would be easy prey for most villains. And why would a CR 130 attack a level 20 hero, you ask me? Since the hero is way too low level, it will not give anything to the villain. Well, sadly, players will attack other players, sometimes for no other reason than because. Even if they don't get a feat for those heroes, even if those heroes don't count towards a wanted poster or something. Sadly, high-level players seem to get a kick sometimes of beating the crap of low-level players. There's nothing much to it. Oh yeah.
I'm calling in the Sentinels of Magic. If Brother Blood is raising Trigon, you'll want the best to help take him down.
So let's complete our mission and move on to the next step. Or do we? We have to click. See, like I completed the mission and it didn't automatically go to the next step of the mission. So let's click on it. So we have to sometimes we have to manually go and click on the freaking mission that should be the very next one.
We can stop him. Zatanna, Dr. Fate, and Raven will join you inside. Fight for all our souls.
I'm Vicky Vale with a JLA watch on the Justice League's magical heroes, the Sentinels of Magic. Led by the enigmatic Lord of Order called Dr. Fate and the stunning spell mistress Zatanna, their ranks include the powerful empath Raven, daughter of the demon lord Trigon.
All these demons in here cannot be sanitary. They all feed Blood's rituals, so take them out and drain his power.
Come on, follow me.
Too late. I am born onto this plane. Hail, Trigon.
Let me show you some real magic.
Minions of lust. Love those interlopers to...
Behind us! Stand back while I take down this barrier. Use this elevator shaft to all the help they can get.
seem to have missed something. Oh yeah, there it is.
Ah, if you would be so kind, could you possibly collect samples from the fallen demons to compare with the...
Take what you want!
More! Give me more time to hit the gym.
Anyone up for dessert? A lot.
Oh yeah, thought it would never come. Sometimes you put up a mine and realize that the guy you're trying to trick is going to attack you from range. Ideally, that's what the taser pull can be useful for. You use it to literally pull the target you have in mind towards the mine. So you set up the mine and then taser pull the guy. Let's try that. So we put up the mine, select our target, and let's taser pull him. Oh yeah.
What happened here?
I don't know if you've noticed that one of the nice things about having something like stealth is that it allows you to gain access to extra powers. Essentially, one of the one of the drawbacks of playing this universe is that you're limited in the number of powers you can use. So you're pretty much stuck with using 6 powers, and that's pretty much it. But thanks to your stealth loadout, you can have extra powers. So like right now, I have the taser pull selected on this loadout because there's no room for it on this loadout. I could probably put some other abilities on the stealth loadout. I'll probably do that later down the line. If there was a time to call our backup, the time was now. That and to use our supercharge to gain some health back, and I guess it's potion time. When I got a feat for breaking out 100 times. It was a tough one. See how tough just one of those buggers was? And there was multiple of those not that long ago. So sometimes in a pinch you can't hold back. You use your supercharge, you use your powers, then you use your supercharge, and then if need be, you use a cola. Probably should check. Maybe by now I have access to a better cola.
Money! Millionaire. I don't need petty cash.
You deserve the best. More is never enough.
Here's our little chest. Oh, one more demon to take out. Ooh, 10 treasure chests. See, we've been playing for like, I don't know, 10 hours, maybe more. And we just got 10 treasure chests. And I think the top feat is like 1,000. So it hang on to your butts, as they say. It'll take you a while. So here we don't have the feat, so let's collect not defeat the style. Not really much better than what we already have, so we'll stick to what we have.
Take what you want. The rock is here. Take the money and run.
See, essentially I was targeting the wrong thing. That's what happens when you don't lock on your target. And in this area, there's a lot of junks like that, where you end up targeting the wrong thing. It's nice in the sense that it does put up some sort of atmosphere or decoration, but in terms of gameplay, it can get annoying when you keep on missing your target because you're targeting the wrong thing. So just to be on the safe side, use lock on your target as much as you can.
Your victory is not fated, blood.
Blasphemers! They dare to interrupt our summoning? Destroy them! Kill the blasphemer! Shun the non-believer!
Foul minions.
Like you saw when there's many obstacles like here, it makes it kind of hard sometimes to even try to jump on your target. And this little guy was hiding. Oh, there you go.
You trifle with the power
I wonder
of
why
Trigon.
Blood
Demons
wasn't
arise and destroy
starting
them.
his speech. And as you saw, there was a little guy that wasn't defeated yet.
Stop Brother Blood from torturing Dr. Fate.
Rise, demons, rise!
Order will triumph.
So essentially there will be various waves of demon like that. So there'll be a wave, we'll defeat Brother Blood, there'll be a wave, we'll defeat Brother Blood. I'll go like that for a bit. But it's a nice mission. It allows you to team up with Dr. Fate, Zatanna, Raven. Maybe DC should think of making a team with those guys instead of what used to be their Justice League Dark. Just a thought. Alright, let's go, Bloody.
Get him away from me!
Get Brother Blood away from Raven.
When the world burns, only the devoted will remain, while you will be nothing but ash.
Watch the outfit, buddy. Hands off.
Brother Blood has targeted Satana. Drive him back. Burn! Burn in demonic fire! No matter how you fight, Raven, your fate is to be my bride and sit on the throne of blood.
I'll die before I become your wife, Blood.
That, my dear, can be arranged. Trigon will rise, and then
Oh, yeah.
you will burn!
Brother Blood is dangerously close to raising Trigon. We have stopped him now, but be ready. Evil will invade this plane.
Trust me, I'm always ready.
So again, we're going to skip the cinematic. Oh. Just making sure we're not leaving something important behind. Especially in a level like this, there's so much crap all over the place. There could easily be something hidden behind those consoles. Normally, when there's something, you'll hear it. There'll be some sort of sound associated to it. But sometimes you'll have sound effects like buzzing from a computer or a machine, and that will maybe hide some of the sounds that will help you find something. So sometimes you'll hear a buzzing, and you won't realize that there was an investigation in the corner. The buzzing was masking that. I don't know if there's their way of trying to put some sort of challenge for you to really look for certain investigations, or just they didn't think it through. when they added those noises. Oh, and we got a new chest piece, which is not only better than what we have, but also that we don't have that style yet. So let's collect it. See, that's what I meant when I said that at some point we're going to change our equipment a lot. So it's not, a lot of people would probably think that it's not worth it to put the mods in our equipment, but we will. But again, it would count towards a feat. Like there is a feat. Let's go see it in the feat section and the R&D section. There is a feat about creating 100 items, and creating mods counts towards that feat. Like right now, we have 24. So essentially we created 24 mods so far. So whenever we create a mod, it adds to the counter. So there we go. Yeah, we're pretty much done. So we'll probably have to go and finish the mission in our journal and go select the next step in our journal. So essentially all we have to do is go see our friend Cyborg and finish the mission. It's going to give us some nice reward, and that will be it for these missions, I think. Oh yeah, there is a feat to explore the Superman statue, so let's do that. So see, there's these various points in the city that when you go there, it'll add up to a feat. And as I mentioned, like the villain safe house is right here, and there's no one. If you're ever not sure, essentially the police station, there's this huge green light that will tell you that, hey, the police station is over here. Oh, and we have our little friend, the war coordinator, wants to talk to us.
Sinestro's army of fear has smashed down an Alpha Lantern near LexCorp Tower.
Oh, let's go see.
Power batteries left from the battle.
Essentially, what the guy gave us was a little mission called Fear versus Will, which is in that direction, as you see the yellow arrow. It's pretty close to the LexCorp building, so it will give us one more point to explore. See, the building of the almighty Lex Luthor. Oh, and War of Light has started. Or Fear versus Will, should I say. It's a pretty simple mission, and it's a player versus player mission. So you have these green and yellow lanterns all spread around the place. You have to bring them here. Like, we have to bring the green lanterns here. And there's a spot where the villains have to bring the yellow lanterns. As you've noticed, I'm the only one here. Pretty much no one does these anymore. There's a few reasons for that. Essentially, what pretty much killed it is that at some point they made it so that you can only do this once a day. And if you wanted to do it more than once a day, you had to use replay badges, and no one wants to do that. So as you see, you have to pick up the Green Lantern and bring them over here. What this will do is that it will give us access to a vendor that is only here if we actually win this event. And for the yellow lantern, like if you click on it, essentially it would mean one less lantern for the evil villains to bring back to their point. For this one, it's not too bad to do it on your own. It's only 10 lanterns that you have to bring. But there's another one, a similar event in Gotham City, where you have to bring satchels of cash. And holy crap, you need like 20, I think it's 25 of them. So by yourself, and also it's not just bringing the satchel. You also have to, essentially, you have these armored cars. You have to damage the armored cars until the car explode and the satchels come out, and then you have to bring the satchels over, and it takes a while. By yourself, you have to be patient. Historically, also, essentially all the heroes would be camped at the Gotham one. The Gotham one is known as the Diamond Heist. So the heroes would be parked at the Diamond Heist, and the villains would be parked here. So each group pretty much had the monopoly of one of those events. But ever since they made it once a day, and ever since also they made it so that you have to use replay badges to do it more than once a day, people pretty much gave up on that event. As soon as people there's various feats attached to this. I think the top one is like you have to win, like I think it's 250 50 matches. Don't quote me on that, but it's a number around like that. Oh, there's a friend. So as you saw, there was no villains, only two of us, and then this guy, and again this guy came in at the very last minute. So let's give him a thumbs up anyway. Like you see, this is the point where the villains had to bring their lanterns, and next to the point there was a manhunter, essentially a robot created by the Guardians of the Galaxy, or the Guardians of the Universe. Sorry. So once you brought all the lanterns, it brings the Alpha Lantern to life. Then he summons
What can I help you with?
a lantern, a member of the Lantern Corps, where you can repair, when you can sell and buy stuff. So if we have junk, now is the time to get rid of it. Okay. And here she's selling PvP equipment, essentially. Normally, in the past, I would have bought the Rookie Liberating Trinket. Essentially, it's a trinket that allows you to break out, and also it protects you just a bit from control effects for a bit. Uh, but at some point they decided to make it so that PvP equipment no longer works in the PvE open world. Like the Sword of Cola Infinite doesn't work in the PvE open world. I'm not sure if the trinket works or not. I suppose it probably doesn't work. Let's buy them right away. Let's try if the trinket would work. So essentially we have the Sword of Cola Infinite. It's a cola they made up for PvP, so that essentially you buy this cola, you equip it, and that's the only cola you'll ever use for PvP ever. So here we have this trinket, that's a breakout trinket. Let's see if it works here. Nah, it doesn't work. Which is sad because I used to love using this trinket before. It's probably the first trinket I ever used. So I would buy it, and even though it was for PvP, I would use it in PvE. It was an awesome trinket. At some point in the Watchtower, we're going to be able to buy one, a PvE one. I'm just not sure. I think you have to be level 30 to buy it. So by the time we reach level 30, we'll go and buy that trinket. So in the bottom right corner, you can see it says defeat no villains. Essentially, the fear versus will has two parts to it. There's the part you saw where we have to go and capture the lantern and bring them back. And there's also another part where you have to defeat 5 villains. As you see, defeat 5 new villains. So essentially, you have like right now, I have 3 missions asking to defeat villains. And each villain I would defeat would count for all 3 missions. So if I defeat 5 villains, I'll finish the 2 wanted missions I have, and I'll finish this one mission. And if I go to Gotham and get the diamond heist, every kill I will do, every player kill I will do, will count towards that mission too. The only thing is that the villain has to be within, I think it has to be at least no more than 5 levels below you. So right now I'm level 18. I wouldn't be able to, if I defeated a player level 10, it wouldn't count towards defeat and towards the mission. So it's pointless to do that.
Serious dent in Brother Blood's plans. Consider yourself invited to kick Trigon's butt with the Titans anytime.
Holy crap, is Cyborg small. So even though we spoke to Cyborg, now we have to end the mission.
Poison Ivy's reported loose
And
in
we
Gotham.
level up.
Check in with Robin in the East End police station. He's got a plan to take her
Oh,
back
we
to
got some
Arkham.
new pants. Let's equip that. What else we got? That seems to be it. So our next mission will be to go speak to Robin in Gotham. Essentially, I will end the video here. I will probably go sell a few items in the broker and go respec my reimprint my armories before I stop for tonight. But I won't bore you guys with that. So essentially, that's it for tonight. So you saw the very first Batman Wolverine team up ever. So hopefully you enjoyed it. and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching and listening.